Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Alex Big Blue, and welcome to 7 Books in 7 Days, Episode 8. So, for day one, I read The Uncanny X-Men, number 385. Very cool cover on this one, by the way. But yeah, so my thoughts on this book was it was really action packed. It was really cool because the X-Men are fighting each other with some other characters added in as well. And it actually wraps up. I don't know if it was a story arc before this or not, or I guess it must have been a little bit at least, but it all wraps up here with that. And it was really cool and really fulfilling, I would say. Good ending to that. Very cool in general. I'm really glad I read this one. I really liked it a lot, honestly. And it was just pretty good storytelling and good fun stuff with the X-Men, which is what you want. So yeah, I highly recommend this. I really enjoyed it a lot. That's it for day one. All right, for the second book, I read Bane Conquest number 1. I thought it was a really interesting book overall. It was a pretty quick read, and I think it was pretty interesting because Bane has his own team in this, and they're trying to figure out who is trying to destroy Gotham. So yeah, it was really interesting. I really liked it a lot. His team seems to be pretty cool, and overall, it's interesting because, of course, Bane is a villain. He does things you don't agree with, or at best, maybe an anti-villain. But at the same time, he's trying to do something that seems like good here, as far as I can tell. This is part one, granted, but yeah, it seems like he's trying to do something halfway decent, whether it's for the right reasons or not. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. It's a fun read, and I really like the cover a lot. But yeah, that's it for the second book. It is now late day 3. It is actually night. But I just read Infinity Countdown number 1. This is the variant cover, and it's also a second printing. But yeah, basically, this book was about the Guardians of the Galaxy trying to stop. I actually forget what that guy's name is, but that guy in there in the robe. Basically, he controls a bunch of Groot-like characters, and that's one of the stories in it. And also, there is another battle going on as well with Drax the Destroyer and some of the Nova Corps. But yeah, overall, both parts of that work pretty good. It ends in a what'd you call it? A kind of preview to the next, I guess Infinity Countdown with Black Widow. Like it's kind of a different part of the story, I guess. But yeah, in itself, this was a pretty good issue. It's pretty interesting. Had some pretty decent action overall. And I like the Guardians of the Galaxy a lot anyway, so it's pretty cool to get to read a story about them again. But yeah, I thought the villain character in this was pretty interesting, and they had some other stuff going on. It was pretty cool as well. Overall, I thought it was pretty decent. All right, it is now day 4. I just read Hope number 1. This is from Surge Point Press. That's what the company is. But yeah, anyways, I thought this was pretty interesting. It is the first issue, of course, of Hope. That is the blonde-haired woman here. And it's pretty interesting. So basically, it's a bunch of different people who have gotten powers recently in this. And the world is trying to adjust to it. And they're talking about it and something happens. And so basically, she has to adjust to being a superhero and the world finding out about it. That's kind of where we get to in this through something that happens. So, yeah, it was pretty interesting, honestly. I thought it was pretty decent. I got this in a grab bag. But yeah, it was pretty interesting. I'm glad I got issue 1, so I started off at the front of that. But yeah, it was a pretty fun read and pretty interesting and very quick, I might add. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It is now day 5. So I read Dark Reign, Agents of Atlas, number 4. So this is my first entry of reading any of these particular books. It seemed to be interesting enough. I really liked the interior art. Was really good. This seemed to be pretty interesting and fast paced, but I didn't exactly know what was going on because this is the only book I think I had of it. But honestly, I enjoyed the read. It was kind of interesting. It seemed like it had to do a lot with different, like going through portals and time travel and stuff. So even though I didn't know much about the team that was the protagonist in this, it still seemed pretty interesting and kind of a good first read of this. So I might actually check out more of it if I see it at some point. I would definitely be open to it. But overall, very interesting. It's a fun read for day 5. All right, it is now day number 6, and I just read Beyond One of Six. It is a mini series, and let me just say, first of all, I love the cover, and I thought this looked like something I'd be interested in when I picked it up recently, and I was completely right. I really love this story. It is basically kind of like or at least from this first issue, anyways. Seems like the Beyonder is doing his things like he's done before with like Secret Wars. So he's pitting all these ones against each other. Now, whether or not they take the bait, of course, is up to them. But yeah, all of these characters here are all trapped in a place because they get into a teleporter because they're kind of drawn to it. So that's kind of interesting, anyways. But yeah, I absolutely love this one. It ends in a really crazy thing happening. And this is just great. I really like the characters they chose in this too. It's a really interesting mix. And yeah, just great. Really good read. Highly recommend it. I can't wait to find the rest of it and read the rest of it. All right, it is day 7 now. And I just read Mark Specter Moon Knight, number 43. Face Off at Four Freedoms Plaza. It is an Infinity War crossover as well. Um, so yeah, I just want to say, first of all, I really love the cover on this. So basically, in a nutshell, like I said, it's an Infinity War crossover. So Moon Knight and a bunch of my other favorite 90s heroes are all in this as well. A ton of them, actually. They are all fighting the doppelgangers that's been in the Infinity War story. So doppelgangers pretty much of everybody. And yeah, it's just really great, really action packed and fun, character based and story with a lot of good dialogue as well. And pretty interesting and funny quips at times. But yeah, I really love this. Just great stuff. Exactly what you want in a Moon Knight book with all those characters in it. And just a fun, exciting book in general and a great read. This has been 7 Books in 7 Days. I'm Alex Blue. Thank you guys so much for watching.